So guys, EA have released the new Centurions promo, and with it they have given us 2 new Evos. I'm a bit concerned about the box-to-box one, not only in the FIFA point price at 2,000, but also a massive increase on the coins there to 150k. But we're not focusing on that one, we are focusing on the Centurion Sharpshooter. And actually, by the way, going back to this one, it scares me to think this is October. We're going to obviously have Team of the Year, again, come January. And no doubt we were going to get themed Evos for Team of the Year. And there will be a free one, which would be great for everyone, because they always seem to... They're not just always going for specific paywall ones. They're always giving us a free one and a paywall one. So every player's been catered for there. No one can really complain. But what are we going to have for costs for Team of the Year? My prediction, 500,000 coins and 3,500 FIFA points for the big Team of the Year flagship Evo. That's my prediction. Maybe even more for the FIFA points. Maybe as much as 4k. We'll see. But I reckon 500k coins. Anyway, what are going to be your best players to Evo in the Centurions Sharpshooter? I picked out a few players, and this Gabaro here from Sevilla is an example. She will go to 91 pace with 90 shooting, which is absolutely insane. So the maximum rating you can take in is 77. And what do players get? They're not only just getting the racing increase, but they're also getting a couple play styles and also a weak foot boost. So for the level 1 rewards, it's just racing stats increases, which is great, and that's fine. Nice increases all around there. For level 2, you're getting a high attack and work rate, which the majority of the players that you take in will likely already have that, but if they don't, it's a nice bonus. And then they're getting the most overpowered play style on an attacker, in my opinion, with the finesse shots. Then they get the weak foot boost. So you're going to be able to take a few players to 5-star weak foot, which is great. Would you want to take a player that already has 5-star weak foot into this? Maybe not. Now, I'm not saying that the 1+ weak foot doesn't automatically make them 5-star weak foot, just in case some people are a little bit unsure. Obviously, if you take a player that's got 3-star weak foot, they will go up to 4-star weak foot, but even that's a massive difference. And the playstyle of Trivella there as well. There are some ridiculous cards, and I tell you, if you're a Wolves fan, you are laughing right now. You are absolutely... Although you're going to have a massive decision to make between which player to take. Personally, who am I going for with the full Italian setup? Probably Gnotto. I'm sure there's better Italian cards to be able to take that will go to like 86 or 87 rated. Gnotto would only go to an 84, but I'll show you what he looks like in a second. He will be ridiculously fun. In terms of some of the best players, listen, there's so many to be able to choose. I'm not just saying that these 5 players here are the must cards that you should only consider doing. There are so many. So many, and at the end of the day, just go with, you know, if you're a fan of a certain club and you want to do the player, maybe even if they only go to an 84 or an 85, go for it. Or, you know, if you're a fan of the club, the nation, just the player themselves. So with Gnotto, obviously I'm doing the full Italian setup, and I just think he'd be the coolest one to upgrade, just because I think he'd be fun to use as an 84 racer, because realistically, he's not going to get that higher racer card through any promos this season. Not many championship players tend to be included in promos, very, very rarely. His best chance of getting a really cool promo card is Team of the Season, because Leeds are doing all right this season in the championship, but that's like next May. So I'm probably going to go with him, but I might change my mind. So in terms of players, this is what I mentioned about the Wolves setup. Hwang Hee-chan and Pedro Neto both fit the upgrade. Now, if you're a Wolves fan, who are you going for here? I think more Wolves fans tend to prefer Neto over Hwang Hee-chan, but both of them are great, and they become absolutely insane. But Pedro Neto will go to an 87 rated, 89 pace, 89 shooting. Hwang Hee-chan wouldn't be far off that. Certainly wouldn't be far off that. It's some other players as well. This Dutch winger, and yeah, he's from the CSL League, but it's just crazy to think how insane you can make some of these cards. So he would go to, I'm not sure where he'd go to ratings-wise, but I believe he'd go to 91 pace and 90 shooting. I don't know if he's also through another Evo. He might be through another Evo as well. I don't know how many people would have took him into a previous Evo. But yeah, he could be absolutely amazing. Gabaro looks ridiculously good. She goes to 87 rated, 91 pace, 90 shooting. Ridiculously good. Does she already have... So she would go to 4-star, 4-star. Do any of these have 5-star weak foots? So he would go to a 5-star weak foot. Likewise with Hwang Hee-chan and Neto. And also with Jonathan Bamba. Jonathan Bamba, a bit of a fan favourite back in the day. He had a couple really good cards at Lille. And I remember he had a Team of the Season card at one point. A FUT birthday as well. So he'd be mad fun to be able to use. So all these cards are great. But ultimately, there are so many good options. So many good options. And before we finish off the video, I'm going to quickly show you what Gnotto will go for, who I'm likely to choose. Now, am I going to do the one behind the paywall? Because I haven't done any so far. They've either expired or I just haven't unlocked them. I certainly would not recommend doing with the FIFA points option. But then the coin option, 150k, is a lot. And who I'm thinking for this one's probably Rasucci. because I think she'd be crazy good as an 86. But yeah, I need to think about that one. And then, yeah, for the Centurion Sharpshooter, so I'm probably going to go with Gnotto, and he would go. So he wouldn't go to that 87 rated. He'd go to an 84, but 91 pace, 84 shooting, 88 dribbling. You can make so many cards ridiculously good. And yeah, his passing still isn't quite there for what you'd want for a winger. But I just think he'd be so fun to have and to use in game. Obviously, what you do have to do with this card, though, to be able to get them upgraded for both Evos is a lot more than a lot of the other Evos that we've had. I'm seeing here, 20 assists, 20 wins as well. So they're going to be stuff that are going to take quite a while. But I like that. This shouldn't be something that you should just be able to do in a couple of hours. These should take time. And you've got 3 weeks to unlock it. And then pretty much a month to be able to complete it, which is fantastic. Obviously, the sooner that you do it, the player is going to be, will obviously stick at that sort of meta level for obviously longer. If I complete Gnotto over the next 4 or 5 days, he'll be in a much better position in terms of usability than he will be come towards late November when this Evo starts to expire. But great options. Let me guys know who you're going to be going for. So I'm focusing on the Italian players. Probably gonna do Gnotto, and I might do that one behind the paywall this time, just because Rasucci as an 86 would be absolutely amazing. But I wouldn't recommend doing it with coins. I would recommend doing it with coins, not doing it with FIFA points. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later.